to do it. Go from the sides.
You get it, push it down, and you do a line like that. Come back down, do a line like that.
1, 2, 3, Friday!
Yesterday we accomplished a lot, actually. We did our third mudding on the walls. We did our second one on the ceiling, and then we started the roof. This particular roof is a parapet roof, and you have a little scupper right in the middle, and that's gonna allow for water to go right off of that.
So in the Southwest, basically you see a lot of parapet walls. It looks like the roof is straight across, nice and even, but underneath that parapet wall, the outside edge is actually, it has grade to it. So it's gonna, every single corner, every single side is gonna grade down to whatever scupper that you have. So that one is there in the center. That one's at 10.6. They're 21-foot structures. So then when it runs, the water runs out that scupper, we can also still connect another unit to this, and that scupper isn't in the way. So these are designed per the architects so that we can continue to put these modular homes together and make them as big or as grand as you would like them.
This is a very unique roof.
Yeah. This is a great roof, our second roof. It's a great second roof. The first roof was 3/8 a foot, just a natural grade to one side. This one, obviously you can see, has a grade all the way down to different angles, all the way down to the very bottom, and all of it has to come out just right. Cassandra did a great job yesterday. She was the cut man.
Yes.
I was throwing numbers to her. She was coming back with the correct numbers and the best cuts, and I was laying those in there, and it worked out to be a great team.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. So today we are going to do our last layer of mudding on the ceiling. We're gonna start texturing, and then we're gonna be finishing up those roofs this afternoon. I'm so excited! And I've got the best partners, so all I have to do is follow instructions and we're good to go. I don't even have to know what I'm doing. Just follow instructions. I think Austin is definitely one of the ones here that has the most experience. So it's really cool when we're partners because I get to learn a lot from the instructors, but also a perspective of someone that's been in the industry and knows just different perspectives. So short people problems. Dylan's another one that has great experience here. You gotta get the little short ladder for my partner because he's tall. So this is drywall and mudding and texturing materials. So I don't know exactly how long, but honestly it felt like 2 to 3 weeks last time where we were doing the texturing and mudding and everything it took so long. I don't know if you remember, we were sanding forever, like for a whole week I felt. And this time around we got everything done within a week. So definitely feel a lot more confident. And also with the partnership, Austin was very, very adamant about how much mud we were putting on there, and not as much as like that first time because it just took us forever with the sanding. And this time it's a lot smoother. You can see when you look at the side that it's not, it's not too thick. It's just right. And of course we still need the texturing, but it just seems like from the first time to this is a big difference. These are the weeks where I get the most exercise. I don't even have to go to the gym.
You have a license to carry those down?
You see that? Hold on, do it again. So I'm gonna do from the half down and then you just do the half up? Sure. All the way around? Sure. I was gonna start getting up on the ladder, but. don't need the gym today. Woo! As you see these edges, sometimes they're a little thick, and you want to make sure that you're touching that and you're seeing how much you need to sand, and then start sanding. Okay, once you do that, it feels super smooth. And see, the first time around, we were having to sand this a lot, over and over. Right now, because of the layers so thin that we put on there, it's so perfect, if you ask me. It's not that much that we have to be sanding, especially here at the edges. See all these edges, you can kind of see them. You don't have to touch them just to know that they're not that smooth. So this is where we have to work. Was that Tommy? That I've realized is that it's not so much just about the result, right? It's about the experience. It's about how from here moving forward, I know what sanding means. When I look at houses and I look at walls, I'm gonna have a much deeper understanding of the work that went into it. So the accomplishment and what I'm learning here just by spending a whole morning on this is far exceeds any, the build, the end result. It's the experience, and that I'm gonna take with me forever. So
the process?
The process, So that's what keeps me going. It's 6 months out of my life for the rest of my existence. Exhausted. I feel like I have white sand in my eyes. All over my shirt. Look, these are the days that I'm like, I worked some today.
You know what? That's got to be a good feeling when you see when you know that you put in a good day's work, right?
That is for sure. And this is my one of my 2 full-time jobs. So sometimes I get out of here and I got to do stuff right after. And I used to feel embarrassed at the beginning because I'm like, oh my God, look at me. But it says a lot. I mean, for a girly girl like me to look like this, it says I'm a hard worker. That's for sure. Start getting dirty. These, you gotta watch out with these because these are super sharp. This guy, and then we're also going to start texturing. So we're gonna be utilizing this guy for our texturing. So right now we need the 3rd coat of mudding on our ceiling. And then once we're done with that, then we're gonna move on to texturing the walls. But so, oh, and I need this one. I need that, hold on. I'm gonna put some on here. Oops. Okay. So this is just a...
When you have to apply it upwards and...
Yeah, definitely a little bit more difficult than just the walls, just because of the angle.
So that, I mean, in this case, like the mud can't be too thin, right? It can't be too drippy.
Right, it can't be too thin because it'll definitely, and that happened to me last time too. It'll fall right on your face. Has to be just thick enough. And then we do here. So this is just the layer that we're putting on here. And then you take this long knife. Oh, you can start over here. And you barely go over it, and that smooths it out. And it takes off. Well, you see how smooth and how straight that is. So if you press it too hard, you're gonna take off most of it. If you don't do it enough, it'll stay on very thick, and then it just makes it a lot more difficult when it comes to sanding. So right now when we did sanding, it wasn't as difficult as the first time around for me because we're leaving a thinner layer, but it's thick enough. So it's really important that you press right in the middle so that you get that even, straight line. Well, the plans for doing the ceiling are postponed because Austin pointed out that I hadn't sanded the ceiling before we put a last coat. So, good thing is I only did a tiny little piece, and we're gonna go ahead and sand, and we might have to leave this piece till tomorrow before we actually mud it. So there you go. Mistake, but good thing we caught it early.
Good learning lesson?
Oh yeah.
Good learning lesson because there's steps involved and
There's always steps, and it's so important to sand before we put on that next coat so that they don't get super thick. Can't stress enough, great partnership. It pays off working with the experts, that's right. My shoulders are killing me. But you know, they say that what do they say? The best growth is when you step out of your comfort zone. So since I'm in so much pain, we're gonna take advantage of that and keep on keeping on. Like as what happened earlier, I made a mistake. The good thing is that we caught it in time. If not, it can create so much more work. So it's important to think ahead to save ourselves some time.